Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and Buddhism. Today is Monday, June the 24th, 2019. Monday, June the 24th, 2019, and I'll just continue reading to you my research discovery, which I made a few months ago. And I decided to begin expounding upon them and lecturing them to students who are interested in learning the work. These are the collections of the great Master Singyung. Master Singyung is one of the foremost Buddhists of our time. He's a Chinese Buddhist master. He started the Fo Guangshan Foundation. Fo in Chinese means Buddha, Guang in Chinese means light, and Shan in Chinese means mountain. Buddha, light, mountain. Fo Guangshan Buddhist Foundation. This foundation brought Buddhism to Africa through the Nanhua Foundation in Bronkhorstpoort, Johannesburg, South Africa, and the African Buddhist Seminary over there, teaching wonderfully Buddhist teachings to Africans. Also in Rosemead, California, here we have the University of the West, established by the same great master. Several other universities all over the world, Taiwan, his country, and all over the place. Master Singyung is a very great personality. Listen to these instructions. People do not want to be bound by anything and wish to live in freedom and be at ease. However, we do not gain freedom just by wishing for it. In our everyday life, we are often bound by the fetters of fame and fortune, burdened by troubles and worry, and constrained by the right and the wrong, gains and losses between self and others. How can we gain peace and ease? Being bound is not necessarily the result of external circumstances or other people. It comes from within our own minds. For we bind ourselves. Therefore, the real question is, how can we liberate ourselves? The following are some of the ways to consider. 1. These points are made by the great master, what I call them the golden keys. They are the golden keys to life's problems. Master Singyung he gives solutions to all problems of life. Any question you can have about life, these are the answers. Pay attention to the first one. Let go of honor and disgrace. Honor is something everyone seeks. However, some people end up disgracing themselves in the pursuit of glory. Others may indulge in their momentary glory and achieve nothing in the end. Therefore, when honor arrives, we should not be swayed by it. Do not be overjoyed with honor or be depressed in disgrace. You have to let go of both honor and disgrace. For how else can we find peace? When we are able to let what is honorable be honored and disgraceful be disgraced. Setting our own standards for good or bad and not be influenced by external circumstances, we'll then be able to become carefree. 2. Let go of fame and fortune. It is human nature to seek fame and fortune. And there is nothing wrong with pursuing them in moderation. However, if the focus of our life is only on fame and fortune, we will find ourselves bound by them. For instance, we might watch the stock market closely every day, with our every emotion hanging on the rise and fall of stock prices. Worse still, we may be busying ourselves all day long, latching onto others to carry favors with the hope of making big money and gaining celebrity status. The result, unfortunately, may not always be success in either, as we only end up being bound by the fetters of fame and fortune. Therefore, we need to let go of them both in order to live a carefree life. 3. Let go of gain and loss. Life is full of gains and losses. Yet, in terms of the two, we often lose something in what we gain and gain something in what we lose. There are no absolute categories. However, some people take them too seriously and start calculating and bickering over them. They find it hard to accept even a small disadvantage, and at the same time are not necessarily happy at gaining something. In the end, they keep adding to their burden all the time and carry an intangible but heavy load due to their concern over gain and loss. Consequently, in seeking spiritual liberation, we must let go of our attachment to gain and loss. 4. Let go of our desires. In our daily lives, we can hardly depart from the pursuit of the 5 desires for money, sex, fame, food, and sleep. In order to satisfy our desires, we work hard every day, running this way and that. However, desires are like a bottomless pit, which cannot be filled. Therefore, people often become slaves to their desires without even realizing it. They weigh themselves down with numerous matters because of their cravings. It is only by letting go of our greed for self-gratification that we can unload the burden of our mind and thereby gain peace and comfort. Pay attention, folks. In summary, Master Singyung writes, what does a liberated person do? Such a person knows when and how to let go. What does a carefree person do? Such an individual simply lets go. When we let go of the load weighing upon our heart, we can be liberated. Like a suitcase, we pick it up when we need it, and when we no longer have use for it, we put it away. If we carry it with us at all times, it will become a burden. So folks, you have to reflect and meditate upon these. You can see how profound these verses are. These are the discoveries I discovered a few months ago. When I found them, I knew. I said, these are the answers to life's problems. It's up to you to reflect and meditate upon these points of wisdom. A word is enough for the wise. Namo Amitofo.